Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Wizard Barristers, and this is my first impressions of this series. If you like any anime, if you like anything, okay, with like great animations, you're gonna have to get this. Like, you have to watch this series, like right now. Don't even fucking watch this review, go straight to Crunchyroll and watch the series. Cause literally, like, if I could make a gif of like freaking every second that I've watched this series, like I would. Like, every single fight in this first episode was not only a freaking epic, it was like literally so clean that there's like no way I can even say anything wrong with it. I rate it like a 10 out of 10 in terms of like animation and in terms of storytelling and like freaking like almost everything. The basic premise of this series is that there's people called Wizard Barristers, which are like attorneys for wizards. And so the whole like series, the first episode, kind of introduces us to what wizards do and how they get into trouble, and why we have why we have attorneys for them. And it's a really interesting world building. Like, just the world itself looks really nice, crisp and clean, modern, also a little bit temporary with a little bit of the Nord dark setting. And if you notice some of the character animations, you also might, be able to directly draw them from Kite. If you ever seen Kite, it was an anime back in, I forgot, like, before, like, 2000 or something like that. And it was a very dark, bloody, gory show. And if you also remember this, like, the animation, like, company for this, series did Elfen Lied, okay? Elfen Lied, Elfen Lied, whatever, fairy tale of the elves, the one where you have those crazy-ass chicks cutting people's limbs off and off, and so you know when that freaking company comes in, it's gonna be fucking like perfect. Seriously, like a Madlocks or like fucking, just literally the animation for this whole first episode was amazing. Like, fuck, I just wanna like show you like a clip of it so you can just like, just bask in the fucking glory of the animation for this first episode, because literally it fucking blew my mind, like how clean it was. So, I mean, like, the first episode, what happened? So the first episode introduces us to a whole cast of characters very gradually, basically starting up from the detectives who capture wizards to our main characters who are defending these wizards from, trying to protect them from the law and whatever bad things they do. Our main character is a 17-year-old high school kid. A little bit, the thing is, she's introduced, Cecilia? I think Cecilia. But, I mean, she's introduced, and like, even though she's a bit naive, she's not ignorant of the world, she knows how the world works, but she wants to be optimistic and positive about how things will work and how things will turn out for the people she's defending as this kind of wizard attorney. And it has this realistic setting about it that makes me really feel like this is gonna be fucking, like, I don't even know, like, I seriously don't see any possible way for this series to even go wrong at this moment. It reminds me so much of, like, Gunslinger Girls, or, like, any of those, like, really, I mean, like, there's no way. I mean, how can you fuck up now when you have such an amazing opening? We also get to see some really nice, like, just spells and how people cast them. There's no cast time in this. There's no cast time in this anime, so everything looks very fluid. You don't have people chanting like, ancient texts or anything like that. They simply cast a spell by moving it around and just moving their hands in shapes and basically moving, like, using anything around them to make diagrams and spell symbols. Because we also got to see in the opening, I like what I saw in the opening. Basically, she drew a spell symbol on the ground, like the main character drew a spell symbol on the ground using the trail, like the little drag marks from her motorcycle. Like, that's how fucking awesome this series looked like. Like, literally, the creativity in this series is, like, off the fucking charts. It's off the fucking charts. Like, I'm like, I haven't been this hyped for, like, anything in a long time. And so this series right now, fucking epic, fucking epic. Oh my god. Like, also, I mean, there was a bank robbery also shown in the first episode. And the bank robbers, usually you have guns and they shoot people up. But in this case, usually they just fucking had hands. They fucking have hands and they just like fucking like bullets like came out of their fucking fingers. Because they're fire mages. It looked like they're fire mages. And they had basically used their hands. They had superheated their hands and shot basically superheated mini fireballs. So they had shot mini fireballs out like a fucking machine gun and like fucking just annihilated the fucking, you know, bank. It was like, oh my god, like, oh my god, like, I can't believe what I'm seeing. It's like everything you really want to see in like an action series, but you never get it, and now you get it, and it's only the first episode. So what the fuck does that mean for the rest of the episode? I don't even know. This series right now, I'm literally, the production value for like the first episode is like literally better than some movies I've seen. It's like that good. The only thing I would say that's a little bit discerning, a little bit weird, is that they have like super CG things in there. They have like golems and like, you know, creatures, and they're rendered in CG. And when you compare the CG to how crisp the animation is for the 2D animations, it doesn't match at all. It's like 3D and then, you know, fucking orgasmic fucking scene. You know, 3D orgasmic scene. 3D orgasmic. That's the only thing I would say is a little bit weird. But I mean, at the same time, we're probably not going to see too much CG. Like it's only the monsters and creatures. The actual spells, the actual actions, they're all in 2D and they're all so fluid. Oh my god, like I was saying, like, Strike the Blood was awesome. This is like fucking, if Strike the Blood was good, this is like, you know, fucking the God Master, God mode, like fucking hacks on steroids. Incredible. So we're probably going to see Cecile again, the main character, the little girl, 17-year-old, probably in the next episode. Maybe it's going to go like an episodic, kind of like, you know, kind of like Cowboy Bebop. Does it not feel like Cowboy Bebop to you guys? Because it looks like it could easily go that way, because this is like a detective agency almost. Well, it's more like an attorney, but they go by case. And so we're probably going to get like episodic episodes, and where we see different types of people committing different types of crimes using magic, and like kind of like the social, you know, psychological aspects of each of those crimes, and, you know, how they relate to the mental states of each of the characters we see so far and how they develop. So I mean, right now it is like, it's good, nice animation, freaking amazing story, good character build-ups. Each character introduced feels very alive, very fluid, very much its own unique personality. And we also maybe will get to see and dive into a lot of the deeper questions in the anime, all the dark, you know, things. And we also get a main character who, although is naive, is not dumb, alright? That's the main difference between this character and a lot of the series we've seen, is even though she's naive, she knows basically how the world works and how reality sets in. She just doesn't want to believe that way. She wants to be optimistic about things. And that is the sign of true character, true personality. I am loving it. I am like, this series has already jumped up to, like, you know, the top of my list for the new season. I don't see, I mean, if there's a series this season that can beat this series, like, I fucking don't know what it is. Because this series so far is like the top of the list. Better than everything. Better than everything last, maybe fall 2. Like, Episode 1 of Wizard Barrista. Amazing, great, freaking off the chart wall, orgasmic experience. And you all should just, you know, fucking just, you know, pray to the gods of, you know, whoever the fuck made this series, because they have just created a fucking masterpiece. Alright, see you guys next time. Episode 2, here we go!